Oh my god, I almost had a perfect intro. For starters, did you have any questions for me in regards to my journey here or what I do or any comments that you had about it?
Are you having fun?
Am I having
Are
fun?
you
I
having
am
fun?
actually. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Are you learning more about yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I've learned more about myself. I've also found like my group, you know what I mean? Like my real like true like supporters and stuff too. Like I found that. Yeah. How do you feel about me having a lot more male friends than guy friends while doing this?
That's typical.
I mean,
Girl is always going to have more guy friends than girlfriends
what is that?
because they're jealous.
Huh?
Because they're jealous.
Who's jealous?
Girls.
Of what?
Girls don't lift each other up. Girls break each other down.
I mean, listen, you're not entirely wrong. There are like the majority of them. That's fair. That's fair. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say the girlfriends that I do have. I get along with them. We build each other up. The girlfriends I had, we build each other up to an extent. Like we did, you know what I mean? Like with Jay, with her, it was we build each other up until.
Did you?
Did we not? Do you feel like we didn't?
No.
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 What were your feelings about that relationship? Me and her.
A means to the end.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you happy to hear that I was cutting all ties?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you been hoping for that?
From the beginning.
From the beginning?
Yeah.
Really?
I had a beat on her from the moment I seen her.
The moment you saw her or her ass? Because you checked her out a few times.
No, just her personally.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really? And you felt like this the entire time?
I can't stand selfish people.
Yeah.
I abhor them.
Yeah.
I hate selfish people. He is a selfish person.
God, I hope she doesn't come across this.
I don't care.
I know you don't. Do you think I'm a selfish person?
No, I don't think you're a selfish person.
No.
I think you're a very selfless person.
Yeah. I think you are too.
Yeah.
I think we have a hard time being selfish. I think there are moments when you should be selfish.
Yeah.
I think we have a very hard time being selfish. I think we're both easing into it though. I think we've definitely been taking, like, I've been trying to take more moments to be selfish. I think
don't
you have
a problem with being. There's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference between being selfish and taking what you have earned. The complete difference between. If you have earned the right for it, you have earned the right.
Yeah.
But being selfish is when you have not earned the right to take that stand. You still take the stand anyways to do what you want to do, but you haven't earned it. Fuck out of here.
I just poured a glass of wine.
See?
Yeah, it's just a glass of wine. What would you say is your favorite quality about me? You can be funny with this. You can I don't care what your answer is. Okay. I prefer a truthful one.
Favorite quality.
Can't be about my blowjobs.
You're cleaning. You said favorite, right?
Favorite, yes.
Actually, I have something I have for you, by the way.
Okay.
Favorite quality. So many of them.
You can narrow it down to a few.
It could be superficial. I do love your cooking.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess my favorite quality that you have is how selfless you are when it comes to me. If I ask you for anything, you will do it. I don't ask you a lot, But there are times when I ask you that I know that, like, I know this is a stretch, but I need it to be done. You will do whatever you have to get that.
Yeah. You very rarely ask me for anything.
I very rarely ask you.
Yeah. I do try to make sure that you don't have to ask me for things because, and I also try to show it to our kids. Like, for instance, there was like one night where I wanted to make beef stroganoff for you because I make a lot of homemade meals. Like don't say the forehead. Got it. Thank you. And the other Corey says, "Don't worry, I ask enough of sin and bother her too much." Yes, me and Corey had a 3-hour conversation the other day. We didn't realize it was 3 hours till we realized it was 3 hours.
That's why my fucking laundry was.
Anyway,
And before anyone beats me up, we have a very classic, old school, 1950s style. Okay.
Yeah.
Where I go to work.
Yeah.
She takes care of the house. So, but we both understand our roles. We both understand our priorities, and we both give each other breaks when we need them.
Right, but not even that. Like, we both agreed to this. Like, we decided, like, hey, here are my thoughts on this. Yep. What are your thoughts? And then I, Connor was like, okay, but if I do this and I have to do this, and like we actually sat there and we thought it out before I decided to quit my full time 9 to 5 job.
If dinner is late, I will fuck her up.
Stop. They're going to think you're serious now. No, most of my followers know because I've talked about it with Tubbsy on the Wednesday specials. We've talked about how, we have a very older styled type relationship when it comes to, the power dynamics of the house. But, there's, even the simplest thing of, someone made a comment about, when they're cooking dinner for their family, their kids are eating before their man or whatever. And they're being really, really toxic about it. And I get what they were trying to say, nobody comes before my kids, et cetera, and I understand that.
Yeah.
But what I was thinking of was okay, well, I give Dad the first plate. If you're able to actually sit down and eat a dinner with us, which has become a little bit more, more attainable lately. It just depends, really, the season.
It's the time of the season.
But if it happens, I'm giving you a heaping fucking plate because I know, for starters, it's the only time you've eaten all fucking day. I know for a fact you might have snacked at a gas station some point throughout the day, maybe. But, 9.8 out of 10 times, this is the only meal you've eaten all day.
I'm a crackhead. I just wake up and go.
Right. So I give you a heaping plate. I'm so used to giving you your servings when we have Junior over a robot. I try to give them the same size and they're just like, dude, this is too much. I'm like, sorry, that's the Negan helping. But I'll give you your plate. Then I give the kids their plate. What is up? Welcome on in, Leclaeus. How are you doing? Exactly. That's what Muffin says. She does the same thing for her husband. First her husband, then her kids.
Fuck you, Clark. I'm the exact opposite. I give the kids their plates first.
Yeah. Oh. But I would want you to give the kids their plate, or give them their plates first. Oh. So what I was saying, though, is that, I'll give it to you, then I'll give the kids theirs, and then I get mine. But what you do that is, super just... It's one of those cute things. It's you'll make the kids sit there and wait. Nobody takes a bite to eat until Mom sits down. Exactly. The boys will ask. They'll be like, can we eat now? And you'll be like, is your mother sitting down?
It's a respect thing. You just...
So it's even though you get your plate first, none of us are eating until all of us are sitting down together. Yeah. And we all sit down together and we all eat. Because when we have those moments when we can't eat dinner together, we take that seriously. We try our hardest to go ahead and actually eat together.
And before everyone thinks we're just full-on suburban parents...
we're not.
We don't eat at the kitchen table.
We don't.
Kids sit on the floor in the living room. We pop on some YouTube video of something that we're gonna watch. And,
we do. It depends. You were watching. You're watching those guys the off-road rigs and shit with Junior yesterday. Yeah.
Sometimes we watch race cars. Sometimes we watch David Attenborough. you know?
The one time we watched the fucking race cars and both
Silence
Stevie
for
and
20
Tobias
minutes.
just
Silence,
sat
not
there.
a fucking word.
They didn't say a single word for like a solid 10 minutes, and it was the longest our boys have ever been quiet. And actually, Tobias's dad is in the chat, and he can attest to this too. The boys never quiet. But on those racing ones, we'll say even links, okay, Peaches? But like, we put that on, and it was the longest our boys have ever been quiet, like ever. It was interesting. But I do like like doing those little things for you because like it may not be like this huge thing. But like even like if I accomplish to get all the laundry done and clean the kitchen and make dinner for you, like those days, on those days I'm like, shit, I'm that bitch. I did this. Like, welcome home. Look at what I got a surprise for you. No, I didn't go spend money or buy you anything or make anything, but look what I did. I accomplished all the things today. I managed to do that and keep our children alive. Holy fucking shit. And you treat me like I deserve an award too every time.
Yeah.
You do.
You do. Because, you know, you procrastinate like 3 weeks, and then when it gets done, I know that was a full day's work. You know? I just know it was.
How about the fact that I nailed it upstairs. And
Yeah.
it has been fucking demolished.
It's a 2-hour everyday thing.
Dude, we spent 2 hours on it today and look where we're fucking at. Nowhere. It's so bad. It's never ending, I swear. It really is. Sorry, I'm parched. I apologize. So you say your favorite thing about me is my cooking. What's my favorite meal what's your favorite meal that I make?
Well, it depends, man. Baked mac and cheese. Whatever goes with baked mac and cheese, that's my favorite meal.
How excited were you? Jesus, I can't even talk. How excited were you when I nailed the baked mac and cheese?
All right, so put in perspective. I was relieved of my duties as oldest son in my household when I was 16. And I got sent to a facility.
A facility.
Okay. Very secret
I'm
organization.
sending this recording to your mother.
Secret organization, okay. So, I went home. There was a period where I went home for about a year because my dad had an accident. So I went home to, you know, make sure the family was supported. And then, let's see. So I was like 20 years old, 21. No, because 20. So I went from 21 till there was about a 10-year span where a guy got to eat baked mac and cheese maybe 2 or 3 times.
Oof.
And that was one of my favorite things. She cooks it for the first time. It's an 8 out of a 10. Okay? And she found out that was something that I wanted to have. Second time she cooked it, it was a 10 out of a 10. And then ever since then, it has become a staple in her house. At least 2-3 times a month, we're having baked mac and cheese.
At least. Yeah. It's so good that I got my family, so my dad's side of the family, who's very particular about the sides and dishes that we bring to holidays. They actually have requested that I bring this dish. That's how good it's gotten. Like, they actually like it. But they like it when I add the bacon to it on top. I don't like the bacon on top.
I'm not a fan of the bacon.
I think bacon is overrated.
Unless it's
bacon
by itself.
Is good. Bacon is
overrated.
Good by itself. I think America has made bacon overrated where you have to have it on everything, and then if you have it on a certain dish, that dish is like 10 times better because there's bacon on it. I think that's completely fucking false.
You know what irritates me?
What?
Is how restaurants have taken that to a new hilt. They want you to add $2 for 2 strips of bacon.
At like
and
$2.50.
99% of the time, it is some fucking microwave fucking garbage.
Or turkey bacon.
Garbage.
Yeah.
And they add $2 for that. Now everyone's like, it's only fucking $2.
Right.
And what bothers me is the fact that they are goinking me for $2 fucking over this bullshit. And people consume it like it's just like the greatest thing on earth. I'm like, do you not understand? You're grabbing your ankles.
St. Cut Muffin says bacon is good for breakfast and maybe club sandwiches.
Oh, man.
Dude, a good club sandwich
Good
or a
BLT.
BLT. Oh!
Good BLT.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Next question is, would you say that this is the healthiest relationship that you've had?
By far.
Yeah.
No.
What is your favorite thing about our relationship?
Your cleaning skills.
Shut the fuck up. Guys, I don't clean. I'm supposed to be a housewife. I don't clean. But you know what? I do have a ring on my finger, but it's not an actual wedding ring. So I have no ring on my finger. I'm not a housewife. I'm a house lady. So, realistically speaking here, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Or take a drink. What is your favorite thing about our relationship?
The fact that we never argue about anything.
Yeah.
There's no... So the only stress that we have...
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The only stress in comparison to what everybody else goes through.
Yeah.
Because we have day-to-day stresses.
Yeah, of course.
Right? But they're minor.
Mm-hmm.
The only stress that we have is...
Sassy, I'll marry you in a heartbeat. I just simply said that Negan has not proposed to me yet. So if you're proposing, I'm accepting, and I will marry you right now, live on Kick. Continue, sorry. Sassy wants to marry me.
You have no qualities that I...
Stop! All right. So aside from day-to-day normal stresses, what are the stresses that we actually have?
The only stresses that we have is what we're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
That's it.
Dude. Okay, but seriously, let's put emphasis on that.
Yeah.
Because, like, we have such, like, especially, like, this is, okay, I'm going to take control on this one, right? You have so many dreams and aspirations, not only for yourself, but for me as well. And, like, the belief that you have in me and yourself is, like, fucking astronomical. And so I'm meeting you on that, right? But, like, the stress that we get from that is like because we are so hard on ourselves if we're not exactly where we need to be right this moment to reach where we need to be at this moment, and then we're stressing about it, or like we're pushing ourselves like, so like we're on each other's asses like, about it.
So you started watching videos that I'll send you.
I was telling them, hold on. So I was telling chat for reference here is that, can I be the burrito of honor at the wedding? Yes, you can. Negan, I'm not joking, you guys. I made this comment to chat, and so Negan is here to actually confirm this. I told them how you send me a motivational video at least, a bare minimum, one a day. Every day when you leave for work and you're out there, you go ahead, like by 10 a.m., I think 11:30 is the latest I've ever gotten one. You'll send me one every single day. Yeah,
and it's always one that I have actively watched.
Mm-hmm.
But right before I send it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, which direction were we going with this?
Our dreams, aspirations,
yeah.
The stress that we get from it.
We watch those videos, and they all talk about how having a written goal,
yeah,
like they start nurturing you by, find an idea, you have an idea, figure out what it takes for the idea, find your why, write down your goals, make a list, and let's do it. And, I have been watching those videos for 10 years, okay? And obviously, I am not where I want to be at in my life, right? I'm not there. But I've had that mindset for 10 years. I've had that same wake up and get it attitude. There's been hiccups along the way. There's been times where I have lost myself along the way, but that mindset has always been there. And so what we do is we just get up, and instead of having milestones, you are a little more set up better because you have little goals set up in here, but you don't really have them written down. You just speak them into existence. But we are actually accomplishing all of what we want to do without writing them down.
Yeah.
Because we have the mindset that we just wake up in the morning And whenever it's time to clock in, it is 120%.
Yeah.
It's all gas. Grab as many gears that you can grab.
You give more than
go.
120% though.
I
do.
I
you
go.
are, and I don't mean this because like I don't have to try and get in your pants. Get in your pants where I want. So I'm not saying this
Not
to get
right
in
now,
your pants.
They're watching.
Exactly. Well, we can go to a different website if we wanted to. But
Does it pay better?
I don't know. Actually, no, it's the same.
No,
But actually, this is way better. Kick's way better. Kick's home. Yo, kick Steph if you're here. Kick's home.
Shout out to my boy Lucci.
Lucci is on here, yeah. You guys are so fucking cute. Thank you, Sassy.
But yeah. So we, it's go time. We just go.
You have drilled that into my brain. I am not at the level you are at. I know I'm getting there.
No, you just started.
I've made it. I feel I can take pride in saying that I have made a lot of changes.
Yeah,
and from when we first started dating to where we are now.
100%. So you went
Thank you. Don't make me cry.
You went from, to put it in perspective, okay, you went from clocking in for a $400 a week paycheck.
If that.
Dealing with a bunch of shit that you could not stand. We removed you from that unhealthy scenario by changing myself. Because before we got together, I knew that I just needed an opportunity. Mm-hmm. I finally found my opportunity to run.
Yeah.
So when I got that, you allowed me to run. And in doing so, we were able to get you out of the shitty, clock in, clock out, boss only looks at me as a fucking paycheck job, to being able to focus on the kids, right? And then after you get bored of doing that, then you get to see, what your weaknesses are as a person, because it is staring at you every day when you're at home, because you have four walls around you all day. So you have nothing to do but either succumb to those or address them. And you just started addressing it,
Yeah.
And that truthfully is how you develop, is by seeing the problem and fixing it. Because if you don't fix the problem, there's the old adage that if your basement is leaking, do you pump the water out or do you shut the spigot off that's in the basement running the water? Most people just pump the fucking water out, They just have fun. They try to make themselves happy. But if you shut the fucking spigot off, you don't have that issue anymore. You have addressed.
You should run my Twitter page and post your inspirational things. I think Sassy and Wheel and Ivy can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think Maze would really like some of the mannerisms that you have here. A lot of things that you speak.
There's plenty of people who are way more successful than I am that I am literally just repeating what.
Yeah, I know. But it just sounds cooler coming from you.
I've just adopted it, But I've been watching this shit for 10 years. I've been working on myself for 10 years. You asked me the other day, this was the topic I want to talk about. You asked me about a week ago. You asked me who my best friend was. Mm-hmm. And I knew what you were looking for.
I wasn't looking for anything. I was just trying to ask a question.
I knew what you were looking for.
All right.
Okay. Yes, you are my best friend. Okay.
I know.
But when I drove away, I started thinking about that question. Mm-hmm. And I come to the realization that you really are not my best friend. Because,
you're telling me this on stream?
Because I am my own best friend.
Okay.
Okay? And I realized that. And I wanted to tell you this. But then we got busy. And we didn't have a time where I could really tell this to you. And then you're like,
ooh, she wants me to go on the podcast tonight. This is a perfect time to talk about
I didn't think about this. So, but it was. Because I was driving to the warehouse. And the warehouse is a 45-minute drive. And I was listening to Jordan Peterson. And Jordan Peterson was talking about, going to war for yourself. Mm-hmm. And man, it really hit me, because every day I have conversations with myself.
Yeah.
I'm second guessing everything. Am I doing the right thing? What could I do better? What could I do worse? Where are we lacking at? Motivating myself in a sense. And I really do. Like, I have come a long ways,
Yeah.
you know?
In just the 2 years that we've been together, 2.5 that we've been together, you've come a long ways.
And realizing,
you're a different person.
Realizing who I used to be, like 7 years ago versus who I am now. But knowing the information that I know now, I knew that information 7 years ago. And it has been just every day, pick yourself up and go. Pick yourself up and go. Pick yourself up and go. And when you're having a bad day or when there's doubts or whatever, you just got to fucking kill that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You just got to kill him. And I understood that I had told you that day that you were my best friend. But in the reality of things, I am my own best friend. Because if for some reason, this wasn't to continue happening anymore, right? I would still be here.
Yeah.
And I would still have to pick. I would still have to have the conversations with myself and
I think when you put it into perspective like that,
yeah.
Like, if I'm putting myself in your shoes, right? So I'm thinking about it, right? Oh, hold on. Sassy says, I'm just going to say this now. I adore the way he talks to you. Coming from a bad marriage and then being in a relationship with someone who truly loves you. It's just so good to see this in others as well. Honest to God, Sassy, that's just how it is, though. And what I was going to lead into is saying, like, if I were to sit here and say my best friend, like, to put, like, if I were to name a person, right? Yeah. So, like, you don't think when they say who's your best friend, you don't think of yourself immediately. Right. You think of a person.
Right.
So if I think of a person, my immediate thought, and I was talking to Tubbsy about this on Wednesday, it's Negan. I'm like, because you are the person I go to about everything. When something happens in my life, negative, positive, there's a change happening. I burnt a pizza last night for the kids. Whatever the case is, something cool going on with the PC builds, or just like you sit here, you'll call me about random things that happen at like a gas station. You know what I mean? Like, we're constantly talking to each other.
Speaking of that, Pursuit ended right down the street earlier today.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, forgot to tell you about that.
Yeah. Maybe we should get on pet peeves.
You want to get on pet peeves?
No, I don't want to get on pet. I don't want to do
it. You don't want to get pet peeves?
No, I don't want to do it.
You sure about that?
You sure about that? Exactly, Sassy. I think of Echoes, who I stay with at the Airbnb in Atlanta. Sassy actually is his better half. The other one who makes me sick. Yeah. But back to what I was saying though, is like, if I were to, like, a person, probably, yes, myself would be my best friend, like you said. We don't have other people that we talk to about this kind of stuff. Do we have good friends? Yes. Robot is a great friend of yours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you talk to him about a lot of things.
Robot is a great friend of mine because he has also went down the journey of
developing
himself.
Right.
Understanding himself.
And even your relationship with your brothers, okay? You are a lot closer to Junior than you are to your other brothers. Yeah. Now, is that because you guys run this, this job together? Maybe. But no. It's also, you guys have spent a lot of time with each other, and Junior is definitely a younger version of you.
Yeah. Junior
is going through the same things that you went through at this age, and you're able to be that mentor to him and help him through this. So he can make his own mistakes to learn from, but hopefully not as great of mistakes as maybe you once made.
You just keep them from making critical mistakes.
I love you too, Sassy.
Yeah. Everyone has to make mistakes, but like, for instance, when our kids grow up to the point where they're starting to make their own decisions, we will see them going down a path, right? And we'll allow them to go so far down the path, but there will be the you're fucked part of the path, and there will be halfway before you get to that part, where we'll be like, hey, listen, this is the end of the road, the dead end road. This is the consequences if you continue going down this road. We are highly advising that you don't go down this road. But at the end of the day, it's still their decision if they want to walk down the road or not. But our job is to at least warn them of, hey, this is the fucking consequences, and we know this because we have already walked down that road. We've hit the ditch.
Yeah.
So,
Muffin says, my husband is my best friend, but we do have best friends outside of the marriage. And like we said last week or earlier this week on Wednesday, like it's okay if you have your partner and then you have a best friend outside of your relationship. Like your partner doesn't have to be your best friend. You are shaking everything on my desk right now. Can you please get your shit together? Thank you so much. Your best friend does not have to be your partner. Can you stop fidgeting and just get comfortable?
it's very hard to get comfortable in a $10 chair, my dear.
Well, that's all I could afford at the time. I'm about to upgrade this one actually. That's something that I want to purchase this week.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yeah,
Anything for you, dear. Anything.
It's my money.
It's your money.
It's my money and I need it now.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's okay. Like it's still healthy. Okay, let me phrase it this way. Tubbsy and I were talking about it. And I said, as a female growing up, I felt like it was put out there, like you realize, like when you have a boyfriend or a husband, that's supposed to be your best friend. That was conditioned in my brain as a young girl. Like, this is supposed to be my best friend. I'm not supposed to have other friends. I can have other friends, but this is my best friend. And so I was telling Tubbsy, I was like, I forced that, or like I would falsify it in a sense and say that my two exes were my best friends at the time. They never were, though. They never were my best friend. I always had a best friend, right? And Jay was actually my best friend. And then, as Muffin is talking about now, too, I then went on to say, I was like, it's different in this relationship because in this relationship, I don't feel the need to keep certain things from you. Sometimes I find myself when I tell you certain things or like admit certain things to you, and you may not know offhand exactly what I'm talking about, but I can tell you at a later time when we're not recording about some of the out of pocket things that I've admitted to you. Um, Sometimes before I say those things, I'm just like, oh fuck, like, am I really going to admit this to him, or like, am I going to keep this to myself, or like, you know, I become hesitant on certain things, but then I'm just like, dude, we're already this far. Like, I mean, there isn't anything I've kept from you yet, so why start now? You know, and I think a big part of that is because you've been so accepting and open, like from the moment that we've met. Like, you didn't judge me on a single thing that I said to you, and so you've just continued to allow that to grow. You know what I mean? You just continue to allow this be a free space and judgment free, where you're just like, you know, I can tell you anything. I feel like if you were to go ahead and react negatively to something, I think that might change it a bit. I think that might, I don't know if it really shut me down entirely. I think it might make me a little bit more hesitant. But I think because you're so opening and welcoming already, that is what has opened the door to where, like, you know, I feel like I can tell you anything. Do you feel like you have to keep things from me?
No.
No. Do you feel like you have to tiptoe?
I don't feel like I have to.
No. You choose to, though, sometimes.
I do.
You do. We've talked about this. I would really like for you to talk about that, because that is something that I kind of took offense in a sense to at first when you first told me.
Yep.
But as we've grown this relationship, I don't really take offense
like,
to it anymore. It's
I
almost
feel so. You had asked me earlier
mm-hmm.
if I felt like this was the healthiest relationship I've ever been in.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And yes, resounding yes. So the statement is, with great power comes great responsibility.
Okay, Uncle Ben.
Yep. So I understand that I am the tree, right? There are people below me. There's you, kids. So I have to shelter everybody.
Okay.
Right? So when I am talking to you, I understand that you hold my words in high esteem.
Yep.
Regardless if I deserve that or not, you still hold those words in high esteem.
As do our kids.
So I have to choose my words carefully. Not because I'm walking on eggshells, because I could say what is on my mind. You could take that wrong way, or I could go from being good boss at work, right, to becoming a dictator very fast. Because I personally know inside of me, I have the guy that can just start barking orders.
Yeah.
I can just start saying, you do this, you do this, you do this, because I understand how to put the puzzle together. I understand how to put the machine. Right? But that is not how a good leader does it. A good leader nurtures, trains, doesn't micromanage. Not micromanage. A good leader lays out a plan and asks, what do you guys think? Anyone have any questions? How would you guys do this? And allows a creative spirit to come out of people. That's why my words, sometimes I pick my battles.
Yeah.
I pick them. Or there are some things that I get concrete on. There are some things that really annoy me. Dysfunction is one thing that annoys me. I cannot operate. I can operate. I am very good at operating in function and chaos. I'm extremely efficient at it.
When you do it, though, you your communication shuts down.
Right.
Your communication shuts down.
Because I'm in
and
survival mode.
You are. When I
good.
know that I have done things that have put you in survival mode by lack of doing other things. Like when I am going through like a depressive episode or like I'm just like in a funk, I can't get out of it.
Yeah.
You get in survival mode. And so then you go ahead and you get this hair up your ass and you're just fucking moving. You don't communicate, but you're not mean with it either. You're not mean with it. You're not giving me dirty looks. You're not purposely being short. And in return, what you do though, and I don't know if you realize that you're doing this, is that me seeing you get up and do this, it motivates me. Sometimes it motivates me where I get anxious and I feel like I'm going to get in trouble. And so that what gets me going. But then after I get up and I get going, I get past that anxious of it, the anxiety of it, then you start letting down the walls where you're like, it's like you can sense that I'm getting anxious and you're not trying to make me anxious.
I just want the shit
done. So then
done.
you realize and you kind of feel bad. Yeah. And so then you start letting down those walls of like being able to communicate with me. And then so it makes me ease up. And then next thing I know, we're just cleaning together. We're just doing the damn thing and we're good.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I have
like
a very strong get the fuck out of my way.
We come to very close lines of toxicity. We do come to the close lines of it, but we realize when it happens and like we stop it. We stop it from getting toxic.
Oh yeah.
Like we both let our guards down. Yeah, like where you're no longer in the survival mode and then I'm no longer anxious and then we're okay. And we always kiss and make up too.
Oh, do we?
We do. What's up, Ice? Welcome in. Oh, I missed a few questions. I'm so sorry. Let me catch up here real quick. Let's see. Lau said, I'm sorry, Muffin said, we can talk about anything to each other, but we can talk to our best friends about the same things. It's like there are no secrets. Yeah, so it's like a second opinion on things, or like just to reiterate like kind of what happened or whatever. I used to have a best friend that was like that, but we don't really talk anymore. We don't talk anymore.
I personally think it's okay for couples to have secrets.
I think some secrets are okay.
Yeah, because I think that there are things in the past that do not ever need to come up because you are not the version of what happened back then.
Well, Negan, what secrets are you keeping from me?
I ain't that guy no more. I'm a rehabilitated man.
This is where Negan decides to drink instead of telling the truth.
Cheers.
Cheers. Let's see. Lau says, I've been with my wife since we were 15, so 41 years now, and that's kept us together for so long is honesty. Honesty is the best policy. Those aren't secrets, really. Those are just past events. That's actually a really good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really secrets.
Not really secrets.
No, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of things in the past I haven't really told you about, but like they haven't come up or like there's been no need to talk about it.
But
so
at
it's
what
just
point? Okay, so at what point, if a significant other was to start digging, crying, is it okay for the other person to say, we're going there?
I feel like if that significant other who is doing the digging, I feel like they're looking for something
Is that
to
a red flag?
The person digging a red flag or the person saying, no, we're not going there, red flag. I think both are red flags. The reason why I say that, I feel that if you go out of your way to dig for something, you want there to be something to find.
Yeah.
No matter what that is, if you're digging through, the simplest thing is like digging through someone's phone, right?
Yeah.
If you are digging for something, you are going with the intent to find something. And I think that's a red flag on you as a person. And I think the partner who is saying, we're not going there, I think that response is a red flag. I think if they were to handle it by saying, like, listen, I don't really think it's important. I don't think it's important to talk about. I'd rather not really talk about it. I don't think it has any effect on us at all whatsoever. We wouldn't benefit anything from this.
Yep.
You know?
I think there are parts of people that they have dealt with. Mm-hmm. They have rectified.
Yeah, like demons they've killed.
That they have killed.
Yeah.
That are dead. Don't go visit that thing anymore.
I feel like if you were to tell me that, like say, we're not going there.
Yeah.
I think I would, me personally, I'd be like, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we've already established that type of dynamic here where we understand each other when we're talking and stuff. So I know that if you use those words to me, that's just something we're never gonna bring that up because there's no point in doing it. I know that it's not gonna benefit me any. Yeah. We're probably gonna have to, this is probably gonna be like a 2-part thing whenever I edit this later. It's gonna be a 2-segment thing. I figure it's gonna be a part 1, part 2. Let's see here. It's part of your life. You don't need to talk about it unless you choose to. When the person is ready to discuss something, then they can. That's true. And if they don't want to discuss it too, I think that it's important for you to accept the fact that like you're just not going to know this part. You don't need to. You don't need to know it.
I think this part of what we're chit-chatting about right now probably has more to deal with along the lines of people who have been together or at least have an extreme understanding of one another's personality. Right? Yeah. Because, when you first start dating somebody, there are certain things that whatever you value, right? It's not the same for everybody, but whatever you value, you're going to ask about. If somebody just shuts you down on that, well, that's not part of my value system. Yeah. And so you're going to try to pry and dig at that. You want to get to, where does this person sit on this part of the fence? But as when your relationship really starts maturing, then there comes a point where, there's certain things that just don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno. No, they don't talk about him, but they made a whole song about him. I know. I was just thinking about that movie yesterday. I just want you to know. I did.
I still don't understand the premise of that fucking movie. But
they have magical powers because of a...
Oh, baby, I didn't ask for an explanation.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. No. Ice, it's going good. I'm just, by the way, Ice, Negan, Ice is in the chat. We are doing episode 18 of learning all about Negan, the man, the myth, the legend. It's going to be a 2-part series, definitely in the Spotify recordings here, for sure. There could be things such as trauma that someone doesn't feel comfortable discussing. That's also a really good point too. I have been more open with it in the past, like since we've been together. I feel like I've been more open about with like my past traumas and like shit that's happened to me. And like, I don't think it was very long into our relationship that I told you about what had happened to me. I don't.
Yeah, no, that was pretty quick.
It was pretty early on.
I think the biggest shift for you has been understanding that that does not define you.
Yeah.
You know, living in the spot where almost like something bad happening to you defines you as a person. It doesn't.
Yeah.
You know, and watching you understand the realization that, and it's not like you live there all the time,
Yeah.
right? But there was definitely like triggers
Oh yeah.
constantly.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Like that was like a sticking point
Yeah.
in here somewhere. Like anything would go wrong. Like it was almost like that was like a trigger.
Yeah.
You know, and not like anything external or like we or anybody around you was really mentioning it.
No.
But it was like you would go right back to that point in that timeline.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for a really long time it was
Yep.
like that. It was pretty bad.
Understanding you coming to the realization that by yourself,
Yeah.
right? That that you have to address that and walk yourself through that
Yeah.
and move on from that and understand that life is still moving on.
Mhm.
It's pretty strong, you know.
Yeah.
It's cool to watch.
I think it's cool to watch.
It's cool to watch you go through that whole process. Because we had been inebriated, very inebriated one night, and I looked at you and I said, "You don't need that fucking shit," you know.
Oh, you on medication?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? I was like, you. I went full Andrew Tate on you.
You did.
I did. I went Andrew Tate.
You did.
100%.
When you did that, did you expect me to take you literally?
I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
All I knew was I'm going to tell her how I feel about this. Whatever she does from there is on her.
How has it been lately? The past week, I would say. The past week, my anxiety has been really, really, really bad. I've been getting really anxious, the kids being home and the holidays and stuff, and I'm getting really snippy and really agitated lately.
Yeah.
Aside from that, though, how would you say it has been so far?
That has nothing to do with...
Well, that was one of the medicines I was taking.
Okay. You are accomplishing 100 times more now than you were taking them.
You think so? This is an interview. I'm asking you.
Okay.
Like I'm
right.
making you talk more.
How long have you been streaming for?
Oh, so actually,
no, let me rephrase this.
Okay.
How long have you been streaming for where you actually treated it like it was a job?
Oh shit. Honestly, I really think since I got on Kick is how long that I've been like being consistent with it. It's been about 7 months.
When did you cold turkey?
I don't know.
Right. Can't even remember.
I really can't. Right? I could actually like look through the logs
I'm sure you
and
can
see.
Look through it, you can find, but I promise you will find a correlation between the moment that you decided that you did not need that shit anymore. Right? I'm sorry to call it shit, but you did not.
No.
That you did not need that anymore, and you replaced it with productivity, and you started feeling better about yourself because you realized that you can actually produce something that people want to enjoy and consume. Right?
Yeah.
So now where the anxiety is coming from now, right, is probably because the kids are here 24/7.
Yeah.
Okay, and it is affecting your normal schedule. Your normal schedule, wake up in the morning, take the kids to school, come home, sit on the couch, cook your coffee, get your laptop out, for a little bit. Either
networking, schoolwork.
Regardless if it's out. You take your 1.5 hour nap.
Shut the fuck up. I haven't taken an 1.5 hour nap in a while.
Because the kids have been home.
No, it's been before that.
so you do all that, right? And then you go pick up the kids. Then you come home. You get them dialed in. Homework, showers, food, stream. right? So you had this whole itinerary, your whole schedule.
Yeah,
worked
it's
out.
been fucking blown to bits.
And now you have no schedule.
There's
so
nothing.
now you are operating where? You're operating out of dysfunction.
I'm operating on survival mode.
Exactly, right? So that's where it's coming from.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question after we segued out of the whole relationship dynamic and stuff like that. I was going to ask you how you felt about me, getting off the medications, and we had talked about that in a Wednesday episode. Hi, Franksta, welcome in, Franksta. This is Negan. Negan, this is Franksta. He's also a really cool soul. I
I don't have my fucking degree. Okay.
No, you don't have any degree. You didn't even graduate, did you?
Before you take any advice from somebody who is on kick, please go see your doctor. Okay.
That's what we said though. We talked about that, and I talked about how I had gotten off of medication, and I gave the advice before you decided to do it. Obviously, talk with your doctor about it. I did talk with Kira about it. I messaged her on the side. No, she's not any. Oh my gosh, yo, Sean the Jester, thank you so much for that host with 8 people. Ice, are you in here by chance to give a shout out? I don't know if I have any mods in here tonight. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the follow, Sean. How was your stream? Welcome in. We're doing a podcast. It's episode 18 of Sundays with Sin. I'm sitting here with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Negan himself. We're getting into some deep conversations here. I hope you had a wonderful stream. Welcome in, Native. What were you doing tonight? What games were you playing? What were you doing? I was gonna say that we have people coming on in. Final Fantasy 7. Alright then. Alright. Did you ever play Final Fantasy? I never played Final. I had
this is my list of video games.
Call of Duty.
I'm the same way about video games as I am about everything else in life.
Yeah, very simple man.
Find something that I like, I just repeat it over and over and over again.
Understood.
So
Don't mind me, Ivy. I'm just giving you a promotion, by the way. I'm listening to you.
My first video game, Spyro.
Spyro.
Played
Our
them
kids
all.
love it, by the way.
Played them all. Then, SOCOM Navy SEALs came out.
Okay.
Played that. Gran Turismo came out.
Gran Turismo.
Kicked Gran Turismo right in the fucking ass. Okay? Kicked it.
Okay.
And then, that's when I think I went to the Institute.
The Institute?
The private institute.
The private institute. What's that?
Of, when I was 16.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. I thought you were still in reference to games. I was like, I've never heard of this game before.
Then after that was Borderlands.
Oh my god, Negan.
And Borderlands became the
Spyro was good, yes, Sean. Yes,
Borderlands, I'm telling you, Borderlands got me through some shit.
When can we do a Borderlands stream?
I've asked you this like 6, 7 times.
You can't get it on your Xbox. Something's wrong with it. We need to get that figured out. When you get that figured out, we'll play. I will literally pay. Like, I will play Borderlands every single fucking night. I don't care. People are here for me. They're not here for the shit I bring. Okay.
You really need to watch me though, because you're not very good at it.
I am so good at it. When I'm Maya, the siren.
So, it was Borderlands, and then I started playing Call of Duty a couple years ago. Black Ops 4 is when I started playing Call of Duty. And that was at the very end cycle.
I am so glad you say that, because here's what's so funny is that when I talk to people who play Call of Duty, they talk about all these other fucking Call of Duties out there. I think I played Modern Warfare 19. That's when me and Troa met. But when I really, really got heavy into Call of Duty was Black Ops, Cold War. That was the Call of Duty. That was the one where I actually started playing the fucking game and grinding out the camos and getting, like, you put on Cold War and I'm actually good at Cold War. The other one's not so much.
Baby, that's because it's the game that all the 6-year-olds play.
It's not a game that all the 6-year-olds play. I'm not listening to any of this. Ew, Black Ops 2 and the original Modern Warfare are better. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
The original Modern Warfare has an extreme cult following.
Yeah.
It was like very crisp. You know? Like it was game changing, right? It was like pushing the boundaries of what was available to be able to play as a first person shooter.
Corey says, "Hush up over there, cause Nuketown 24/7."
Actually no.
His is he like shipment.
Fuck Nuketown.
I agree
because Nuketown is Black Ops, and Black Ops, in my opinion, is trash. I do not like Black Ops. I hate the sounds. I hate the look.
Is it Treyarch? Because Treyarch is the one who does it.
I don't know. I don't know who it is.
So the newest Call of Duty, Treyarch was also a part of it.
I love Modern Warfare because it's more realism, in my opinion.
When are you getting Modern Warfare 3?
Probably not.
Why not?
I probably
If
will.
I buy it for you this week, will you get it?
No.
Will you play it?
No, because they canceled Nick Merckx and they canceled Tim Tatman. Get fucked. They have.
I'm pretty sure both of them are back to playing it again.
I don't even want to play DMZ because they have the thing where they're listening to your chats and they're like, if you say something offensive, you're chat banned.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy how they went into it.
It's pathetic.
I'm
an American. I have a First Amendment right that is backed up by my Second Amendment right. Okay? And it's funny,
if you guys haven't noticed, this is where Negan comes into the chat.
Because, yes, it's privileged. I will firsthand tell you that I did not fight for this freedom.
No, you didn't.
But that is my motherfucking right.
Okay.
To say what I want,
okay,
when I want,
okay,
however I want, to whoever I want, and whatever tone of voice I want to.
This is the exact same mantra I use on our kids when I say I'm going to do something that I want to do.
I don't condone treating people like shit.
No.
Right? But at
but
the
a good,
same
healthy
time,
shit talking when you're playing a video game, it should be left at that. There shouldn't be an AI listening into it to go ahead and monitor what you're saying.
To tell me what I said was fucking offensive.
So how many times have you been banned from the chat?
Twice. And you want to know why I have been banned twice? Is because Robot has said something, and I have purposely repeated what he says as a fuck you.
So you're in it to you're in it together.
I'm in it together.
In it together through thick and thin.
You get banned, I get banned. I don't give a fuck.
This is.
You know what I find appalling is
what
the
do you
stuff
find appalling?
that other people say, and then what I say when I am shit talking is like 1,000 times fucking worse than what they say. But because we are in the culture of that's offending people, like that's what gets banned. What I say is highly fucking offensive. Like if you were to say that shit to me on the street, like I'm pulling out the baseball bat, Not if you call me something that Robot would say.
Right.
Like, I'm just going to laugh it the fuck off. But if you say what I say, we're fighting. I don't get it. That's my tangent. That's why I will not get Modern Warfare 3.
Muffin says she gets banned for her name.
No shit. Yeah, that's fucked up.
All right, so back to the questions here. We'll try and tidy this up here. We'll try and tie it up a bit.
Our kids probably miss us.
No, they don't. They're playing with God right now. They don't care about us. Yeah, our daughter probably does. Yeah. Our son has no fucking care in the world about us right now. He doesn't give a rat's ass.
Excuse me.
What would you like to see from me as far as my streaming career this year?
Have fun with it. Don't stress too much. Yeah, don't force the issue too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it?
Don't sell yourself short.
Okay.
But also don't overvalue yourself either. Don't be afraid to play in the shit.
Would you say, if I were to say this, I'm going to say this phrase to you right now, okay? Celebrate your wins, but prepare for when you lose. Would you say that's a good phrase to live by?
Don't prepare for when you lose?
No. Celebrate your wins, but prepare for when you lose.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. May said that actually in his new song that he dropped that I'm obsessed with.
Don't prepare for when you lose. Prepare to lose.
Prepare to lose. I think that was the gist of it. It was just the way that it flowed. So you better prepare for when you lose. Because it goes, celebrate your wins, prepare for when you lose. So,
yeah, it's inevitable. You're going to lose more than you win.
Yeah.
Wins just have to be bigger than losses.
Yeah. Would you say that you're proud of me so far in this journey that I made?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Highly.
What has made you most proud about this?
The fact that she stuck with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I have horrible follow through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could say that.
I could say that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Expect failure because it's inevitable. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Another question.
How many people that would maybe possibly be inventing the light bulb? Think about Thomas Edison.
Right.
He would be a nobody, truthfully. Grand scheme, if it wasn't for the light bulb. People don't know that he has a fuck ton of other patents.
You have to speak up.
He has a fuck ton of other patents.
Okay, you don't have to scream at us. Jesus.
But how many people would have stopped after the 10th time trying to make something?
Yeah.
Right?
How many people? By try 3 if I'm not nailing it. I'm changing
How many people would have stopped at the 100th time trying?
How many times did he try?
He says it's 1,000 times.
Oh.
Right?
He's dead though. So
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I didn't watch him do it.
That's fair.
But he says it was 1,000 times that he tried. And that's where all the power from the story comes from, is the fact that we have lights. Because this dude did not quit on the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time. 1,000th time.
You want to say that again?
Finally. No, I don't want to say it again. He finally, got it right.
Thank you, Muffin. I love you.
Not only that, we'll go through life. There are people who will go through life and they will not give themselves the opportunity to succeed at anything because they won't try at one thing enough times. Right? People say they're not good at reading. Well, because they haven't read enough. Because the more you read, the better you get at reading. So if you find something that you like and you find something that you enjoy, okay? So that's what keeps you coming back. Because you like it and you enjoy it. You just keep digging at it. You don't stop. You like it and you enjoy it. Eventually you become a fucking professional at it. Don't see the rewards until after you are a professional at it. Even if you're a professional at it, you don't see the rewards until people realize that you are a professional at it. You have to keep trying and trying and trying and going. Yeah, you'll have your nice little hits here and there, but eventually, trying and trying, your skills will be shown.
Yeah.
So I am grateful that you didn't quit.
I'm grateful I didn't quit either. I've had a lot of fun doing this.
It's like you're writing a eulogy right now.
Am I?
You're like, I had a lot of fun with this.
No, it's the last day of the year. It's the last stream of the year. It's been a journey. So there's a lot of questions to see. I mean, you are a part of this as much as I am. You're just the background of it. Like, you've been here for almost every single stream. You've been here from the moment whenever I was plugged up to my PS5 and our daughter's now bedroom. I had the little HD camera plugged into it, and I was streaming off that. Yep. And you were there when I had that tiny ass little desk and the 2 monitors barely hanging on.
And you were there when I was driving so-and-so's Acura.
Yeah.
To work.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, this has been quite a journey. We're coming up on a year anniversary of me streaming will be this coming month. I think it's like the 14th. I think is my actual anniversary of it. Are you excited for my 2-hour karaoke stream in a banana suit?
I won't be here.
You will be.
I will not be here.
You will be here, actually.
I will not be here.
You will be.
I will not.
Where are you going to be?
Somewhere else.
Where?
Might be Mariana's, might be Miss Hall. Cheers to that, JT.
Keep fucking... Don't you cheers him right now. Fuck you.
He wants to go to Miss Hall's, too.
I know. Look, I do, too. What are you talking about? We all want to go to Miss Hall's. Couple of last minute questions here. I know.
Just last minute questions. Oh, you've been waiting to get them in.
I just
good.
I enjoy it. I really do like having you here on the podcast. People have been dying to go ahead and see Negan and hear about Negan and stuff. They haven't. I don't think so far. Knock on wood. This is oak, I think, by the way. So.
It's veneer, guys.
Is it? What's veneer?
It's veneer.
What's
It's
veneer?
a coating.
No, this desk
underneath.
is actually like real. I think it was like oak wood or something like that.
Who told you that?
The fucking seller.
Fucking
Hey, you picked the thing up. It's heavy as shit.
It is heavy. Doesn't make it solid oak.
It's pretty fucking close. Oh my god. Again. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I'm sorry. Muffin Man says hello. Hello, Mr. Muffin. And how old is he? You are 33. 33. You're 33.
Lucky guess.
Yeah, you're a 90s baby. I had to think about it for a second. How old am I?
28.
Lucky guess. We're so old, we forget birthdays and stuff. The only reason he remembers our daughters is because it's tattooed on his arm. True
Yes, it
story.
is.
Actually, he literally got that tattooed on his arm so he would remember. So he's 33. I'm 28. I will be 29 in a little over a month. So I'm excited for that. What are your thoughts on my crazy ideas for my walls that I want to do all the
They're
time?
crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
You think it was worth it?
If it makes you happy, then yes, it was worth it.
God, I love you.
Are you happy with the fact that I made you do it all by yourself?
Absolutely fucking not. Am I happy with the fact that right as I finish it up, you and our son decided to come down and help me? Absolutely fucking not. Are you happy with the fact knowing that after the winter hits, after the winter's done, when spring hits, we're taking this all down and we're redoing the wall again?
I don't know why there's a we involved in that conversation.
Because you're going to help me.
I don't think so.
You think you're not going to, but
Did
you are.
you really just say that spring going into summer, you think there's going to be a we in this scenario?
No, winter going into spring.
That
There's
is
gonna
where
be
I hit 100-hour work weeks.
Yeah, no, winter into spring, baby. Winter into spring. I still have a chance to
I'll be
have your
busy.
help. Maybe, but there might be an opportunity that you're not that busy.
I
know when I change it from summer or from spring to summer, I know that you're not going to be here at all. I got to do that on my own. So
When
I'm doing
will
a
it be?
simple design.
When will it be?
Winter into spring.
Calendar's full.
No, it's not.
My shoe will be untied.
Listen, your shoe will be untied. I control your calendar.
I'll have a headache.
No, shut the fuck up. We power through headaches and leg cramps over here.
Damn right we do.
Oh my god, I
We
bet I'm
just go
older.
through and we're like,
Let's
this is
see here.
Sparta!
So yeah, were there any other questions that you had about me and my setup, my online identity, did you like my new PC, my new setup that I got?
I love it. I already figured out the ventilation.
You did figure out the ventilation. Are you gonna fix my wires for me?
No.
Cool. I'm glad I got them tidied up enough. Did you see? I updated it. I actually got them going through the holes back here.
There's too much.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
I threw the trash.
Yeah,
all
see,
around.
guys, like what you see back here is fit and finished. The other side, I've seen better.
Anyway. Well, I thank you for being on episode 18 of Sundays of Sin. Did you have fun?
Yeah, this was great.
Yeah,
I had a great time. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you gonna do after this? You gonna go play some video games?
Any questions must be submitted by mail.
Okay, Willy Wonka. Are you gonna go play video games after this?
Oh, Robot was asking me.
Yeah?
But
all right, guys. This
our
concludes
children
this
do need to
episode.
be attended
Thank you
to.
so much for attending, and we'll see you next Sunday.